I've always seen design as a thought, a dream, or a concept that has continually evolved, not a static single point-in-time representation of a model consisting of loss, fillets, and extrusions or drawings. Design is a process, it's not an end. It's a continual evolution of thought that must be captured and effectively communicated. In essence, design is only as useful as the designer's ability to capture and communicate a concept. Now I'm hitting the road to see how our customers are utilizing Autodesk technology to turn concept into reality. Hey, what's up everybody? Rob Cohey, Manufacturing Evangelist for Autodesk, and I'm here in Mansfield, Ohio, home of Carousel Works, one of the most unique manufacturers I've ever had the opportunity to visit, combining old school craftsmanship with leading edge technology. So what do you say here, big boy? Giddy up, huh? Carousel Works is the largest manufacturer of wooden carousels in the world. From concept through to installation, the team at Carousel Works is bringing back the lights, music, and magic of carousel one city at a time. Magic, you say? Yes, magic in the form of revenue for zoos, children's museums, and hospitals. See, these works of art actually help fund larger capital investments for their customers. As my cousin Eddie would say, it's like the gift that keeps on giving the whole year. So I head out to Ohio to see what makes this unique manufacturer the Autodesk Inventor of the Month for June 2011. Now, Carousel Works is definitely one of the most unique companies I've ever had the opportunity to visit. And I'm here with Art Ritchie. Art's one of the co-owners here at Carousel Works. Thanks for having me out, Art.
Oh, you're welcome.
So tell me a little bit about Carousel Works, the history of the company, how you got from chiseling out some stuff in your basement to one of the only, hand-carved wooden carousel companies in the world.
Yeah, we're the largest carousel company in the world. We build one carousel right now. We do average 4 or 5 a year. Mm-hmm. We started 25 years ago, and it took us 10 years to get anyone to believe we could still build one. We did restorations, we did figures for old carousel, replacement figures, we did replacement mechanisms for old figures, but nobody could understand. He put it back together until 1994. We built our first carousel.
So we're sitting here talking about old school craftsmanship here, hammer, chisel, but yet you were recently awarded the Inventor of the Month from Autodesk for your use of Autodesk Inventor on the design of these. How are you injecting some of the new design tools into old world craftsmanship?
And there's places where the old way is good and the new way is good. So you pick out hand carving of the figures is the best way to do those. How we build the frames, we don't use as many castings and foundry work as we did. We use a lot of flame cutting and welding now because we can give it to a CNC machine and they'll cut it out, and that's where the Inventor comes in.
So since bringing on some of the new 3D design tools, you've been able to more effectively communicate what you're trying to put together with potential customers and boards of directors and those type of people where it's decision by committee and you're trying to get people to visualize it that don't necessarily have the ability to visualize something in 3D when they just see it in 2D.
What I used to do was make a scale model of a section of the carousel so they could actually look at it and see it. But what this does is when I do the scale model or I do the model in the computer, it's all done. Mostly the framework. Now with the new suite, what we can do is start working on building figures so they can design their own figures and everything else.
Oh, nice. So that's kind of the next step for you here so you just got the product design suite, which includes everything from sketching through to with 3ds Max to the fully immersive renderings where you can actually get somebody and place them on one of the figures and have them write it, right?
Well, they put everything we do in the shop, carving and fabrication and design and paint, all in one little box.
So even though that this is primarily an old world craft, you're injecting some of the latest technology into it, and it's making a difference for your business.
Oh yeah, it's streamlining. It's making, as we get used to it and everybody gets used to using it and having the time. My problem is I actually work for a living where I carve, so I can't spend 12 hours a day in there playing with the computer, so it's get as much as I can to get everybody understanding what we're doing. And now it's to the point where we're going to have to hire, once I get the ideas I want done, having a draftsman fill it all out and do the stuff we need for the machine shop and the stuff we need for the flame cutter and for the design department, and integrate that all so everybody knows exactly what everything they're doing is going to look like and what color it's going to be before we even start it. And then there's no guesswork. We have clients who come out once a month just to make sure everything's the way they thought it was going to be. Because usually what they think and what we think end up being two different experiences.
You gotta love a guy that gives it to you straight, right? So next I head out to the shop floor to meet up with Dan Jones to see how the Autodesk Inventor digital prototype is used to eliminate some of that guesswork that Art was talking about.